Welcome, everyone, to Stafford Springs, Connecticut, the Stafford Speedway for tonight's Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series. 100 laps of short track action around this historic racing facility. We've been racing here since 1870. Yeah, you got it right. 150 years. No, they weren't racing cars back then. They were racing horses and the like, but it continues here today. After World War II, they ran midget, sprint cars, and sometimes stock cars. The track received its NASCAR sanction in 1950. Saw drivers like Lee Petty, Joe Weatherly, Curtis Turner, and 150 years later, it's the Super Late Model Series of SCAR. Running 100 laps here tonight. They've got 2 sets of tires over the wall, 1 fast repair to work with. It's going to be very exciting. We've got 8 cars in the field so far this evening, maybe a couple more to make it before qualifying, which get underway here in about 3 minutes. Glad you've joined us here on Holler Boys Racing TV. Practice just about wrapped up here at the Speedway. So far, fastest in practice, Cody Harger with a 1951. Second quick, Bobby Jr. Third quick, Cole Ansley. Fourth, Neil Quick. Fifth, Thomas McMullen. Sixth, Justin Napier, the 54 machine. And seventh is Jeff Napier. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Hateful Chicken. Hang out or carry out. Have yourself a nice cold adult beverage or something to eat. 164 South Main Street, Suite 300, Ashland City, Tennessee. The Hateful Chicken providing major sponsorship for the Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series, ARCA Series, and of course the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series, which we'll see tomorrow evening. Qualifying just about to get underway here. Looks like Justin Napier, the number 54 Hateful Chicken entry, rolling out of the pit lane first. Take his 2 timed laps to set the field. Justin off turn number 4 to complete his first lap. First lap for Justin, a 20.01. Cody Harger's first lap, a 1961. So far, provisional pole. About a 10th off his practice time. Let's see if he can improve off 4 at the line. Cody Harger's second lap, a 1972. A little bit slower for Cody Harger. Second lap for Bobby Jr., a 1963. Thomas McMullen, lap 1, 19.786 seconds. The O2 machine working through turns 3 and 4. Crosses the line for his second lap. 1985. Looks like lap one going to be the quick lap for just about everyone in the field. Seems that everyone has taken a time at this point. We're going to step away for a short break between qualifying and the starting field for tonight's Stafford Stampede from Stafford Speedway. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Stafford Speedway starting grid. Short field tonight, but either way, going to put on a good show. Cody Harger in the number 66 with Charger Racing starts from the pole. Bobby Hamilton Jr. to his outside in the Hateful Chicken number 16. Will Quick in the number 2 will start in the third position to his outside. Will Hewitt with Outgas Racing in the 33. Starting 5th, Colt Ansley. 6th, Thomas McMullen. 7th, Justin Napier with CB Motorsports. And rounding out the field shotgun, Jeff Napier, the number 40, starting from the 8th position. Don't let the short field concern anyone. It's going to be a great night of action. It's a tough track around here. You really have to manhandle these race cars around this racetrack. You're going to be quick. You can't send it in. You just got to go. Rolling off for its first pace lap. Just to follow up here at the halfway stage, Neil Quick is going to get an end of line, an EOL penalty. That's a win penalty. Drivers do receive penalties for winning races. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it keeps things interesting, putting the fast guy at the back. Two pace laps here to start tonight's event. Pace car hits the pit lane, getting on the green flag for Cody Harger to get into the throttle. He's in it. We're underway here at Stafford Speedway. Superior Class Auto Racing Super Late Model Series is underway. Off turn number 2 down the backstretch. It's Harger and Hamilton Jr. into 3 and 4. Bobby right on the back bumper of the number 66 Toyota. Cody Harger loses it off turn number 2. Doesn't hit anything, but certainly unfortunate turn of events for the pole sitter. Cody Harger, the number 66 machine, a little loose off turn number 4. Now at the back of the pack, gathers it up, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. Let's see if we can get a look at it here. Back it up a little further. Just loses it all on his own off turn number 2. Tough break for the 66. Back out front, though, Bobby Hamilton Jr. enjoying a relatively comfortable lead, over half a second on the 2 of Neil Quick. And don't forget, Neil will have to go to the back of the field, albeit only 8 cars at the halfway break. It'll be fun to watch the 2 try and negotiate his way back through the field. Hill now trying to hold off the advance from the 86 of Cole Ansley. Top 3 are relatively spread out here, 8 laps into this afternoon's event. Looking back further through the field, Thomas McMullen battling with the 33 of Will Hewitt. Right in behind Will is the 54 of Justin Napier and the 40 of Jeff Napier. Not too far in behind them, you do see the 66 of Cody Harger. A lot of ground lost. Losing the car off of turn number 2, but again, lucky enough not to hit anything, lucky enough to keep it relatively straight. Quick ride through the grass, back in the throttle, grab a gear and go. Now Cody Harger definitely catching the tail end of that lead pack. Jeff Napier in the sights of the 66. On board with Cody Harger. Front brakes don't get too hot on this, but if you've got enough rear brake in it, you're going to see it. Here's the left rear, still already cherry red, definitely on the binders into the corner. Getting those rotors very, very hot. Cody Harger working around the 40 of Jeff Napier. This is for position. Cody had a little incident off turn number 2. Scrapes the wall at the start-finish line, though. Definitely getting all he can. Gets underneath the 40 of Jeff Napier. Jeff gives him the low line. Move the 66 up to the 7th spot. Back up front, Neil Quick and Cole Ansley, 2nd and 3rd. Colt just content riding with the 2 there. And no sense to burn up your stuff, knowing the 2 has to go to the back of the pack at the halfway point. Definitely seeing a little bit of heat out of the right front brake assembly on the 2. Yep, those are getting warm on Neil Quick. Didn't see that out of Cody Harger as much. Really all dependent on how much brake bias you've got towards the front or the rear of these race cars. Factors a lot into driving style. Little bump from the 86. This is on board the back bumper with Neil Quick. Cole Ansley maybe rethinking his stance on not putting pressure on the 2. Getting a little bit of pressure himself from the 0-2 of Thomas McMullen. Pretty good battle here for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots. Old Ansley definitely quick. Right on the back bumper of the two of Neil Quick, sorry. Quick, a relative newcomer to our league here, Superior Class Auto Racing. Already got a couple of wins. I think one in the Super Late Model Series a few weeks ago, and recently he's got a cup win. Newcomer to the scene. Certainly a force to be reckoned with. Colt Ansley dives to the inside. Makes the move and gets around the two. Let's take a look at that again. Almost looked like Neil Quick may have given the position to the 86. If that was the case, not really a bad strategy move, knowing you got to go to the rear later anyway. No sense in being too aggressive and wad the car up. Looks like a little connection issue with the O2 of Thomas McMullen, though. He's looking pretty strong. Also catching the two of Neil Quick. Neil might just be saving his stuff, dropping to the rear slowly but surely anyway. Gonna have to do it in the next 26 laps as it is. As I said, these guys do have two sets of tires over the pit wall and one fast repair if needed. Further back in the field, sixth place belongs to Cody Harger. Cody has passed a couple of vehicles after his early race incident. I believe lap 2 off turn number 2. Just joining us, he spun the car sideways, did not hit anything. Drove the car through the grass. Grabbed the gear and went back at it. Worked his way back around both the Napiers, Jeff and Justin. Now sees Will Hewitt just up ahead, about 3 to 4 car lengths up in front. No rush. Again, we do have a break at the halfway. And we may have lost Thomas McMullen. He's blinking in and out. He is gone. And just like that, he returns. Hopefully he gets that sorted out here. Real difficult to race around cars when that's happening. Racing kind of has to guess what your race car's position when it blinks out, comes back, blinks out, comes back. And of course, if you're racing with that car, they take the space that one car is exiting and all of a sudden it just reappears on top of you. To straighten out a little bit for the O2, so that's good to see. Still battling though, he's not letting it affect him very much. Neil Quick can't really get away. Right on board with Thomas McMullen as he tries to work his way around the two of Neil Quick. To find some grip just below the line there, down on the apron just a little bit. Help the car rotate a little bit through the center. Very effective, but it can be risky. You saw Cody Harger, same situation. They have gotten a little bit low with some cold tires. Front end did grip, the rear end did not. Things look pretty stationary so far. Cody Harger has gotten around the 33 of Will Hewitt. Go back and watch that pass, see what happened there. A little late in the going, we'll back it up. So at the start-finish line, Cody looks low. 33 of Will Hewitt was either letting Cody go or just slid it up the track. Lose the groove here, you lose a lot of time. Cody gets back down underneath in 3 and 4. Finishes the pass off turn number 4. And while we were talking about that, Neil Quick has lost a position again now to the 0-2 of Thomas McMullen. Take a look at that. Ooh, contact was made. Real quick, able to save it, not collect the outside wall. Now I think it's just a matter of principle. Neil Quick starting to track down Thomas McMullen. Might have the 2 machine a little hot under the collar after that contact was made. "40 laps into the Stafford Stampede here at Stafford Speedway. 10 laps shy of halfway. Field pretty well spread out at this point, but it does look like Justin Napier may be battling with the 33 of Will Hewitt. Justin down low, Hewitt up high. 33 runs the high line once again, slips it up. 54 of Justin Napier completes the pass down the backstretch. Will Hewitt trying to take another look inside turn number 3. Now Justin slides up, maybe only half a groove, still has the exit. Contact to the outside wall, Will Hewitt off turn number 4. Tires certainly falling off here late in this run. We're at 44 of 100. Justin Napier now slides up out of the groove. See, it does not take much. You miss your entry into these corners. Car slides up out of the sticky stuff, gets up into the dirty marbles up high. Really got to get out of the throttle if you're not going to get it into the wall. There it is again. Justin Napier really pushing this car. Little wiggle out of Thomas McMullen off turn number 4. Nothing serious. Keeps it going down the track. Lost connection once again, though. He's back. So far, fastest lap of the afternoon, Bobby Hamilton Jr., a 1972. Pretty good pace for race pace. Second quick is actually Neil Quick in a 1973. Third quick, Cody Harger, a 1974. So all of our drivers, quicker drivers, so to speak. I'm going to say Cody's a quicker driver. He started on pole, just had a mishap, lap number 2, but they're all within 1/100th of a second of each other. 3 of these guys mixed up here late in the race, but real curious to see what kind of battle that the top 3 will have. That's the halfway break. Caution is out.
Very difficult official this week, so make sure we're finding our P's and Q's.
The Hamilton Jr. led pretty much since, I believe, lap 2, end of lap 2, lap 3. Led all the way to the halfway. They're going to take some pit service here, tires and possibly fuel. We're going to take a short break, and with a word from the Hateful Chicken, we'll be back after this.
Caution's out, not caution's out. Well, you sure you got your release mark correct coming into pit road? Yes, I do, sir.
My apologies with the mic being muted there. pictures are worth 1,000 words, though. But just to recap here, looks like Cole Ansley, Jeff Napier, Thomas McMullen still lead lap cars. Tail end likely to get the wave around here at the 1 to go signal. Get them caught up with the rest of the field. But as you saw, 40 of Jeff Napier stayed out on old tires. The restart as the leader. Really everybody else just piled right into him. Could not keep pace right from the get-go. Fresh tires versus 50-lap old tires on these super late models, a massive difference. See all three of those cars getting the wave around. They'll catch the tail end of the field here. We'll get ready to go green here in just a moment. Bobby Hamilton Jr. in the Hateful Chicken number 16 with Cody Harger back to his outside. Cody's worked his way back to the front, which we expected him he would do. Did some passing on his own to get there, but also the caution helps him get caught up. Kind of reset, fresh tires, pace cars in, waiting on Bobby Jr. to get in the gas. And there it is, Bobby Jr. underway, green flag waving. Top 5 all grouped together by themselves. Further back, Colt Ansley, Thomas McMullen, Jeff Napier, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Looks like Colt spins off really more into 3. Not sure what happened there with the 86. If he was just loose off turn number 2 and spent the backstretch trying to save it. See if I can go back and take a look. I'll rewind a little further here because it just didn't catch it in time. Yeah, loose off turn 2. Looks a lot like Cody Harger's incident, lap number 2. Spins it through the grass. Tough afternoon, getting worse for the 86 of Cole Ansley. What's going on, Eddie Rose? Thanks for joining us. Quiet night here in the stream chat. Only a few of us in here watching. Oh, past halfway, and I've got my first hello. Back up front, though, our leader, Bobby Hamilton Jr., Cody Harger, Justin Napier, the top 3. Will Hewitt 4th, Neil Quick is 5th. Cody trying to size up the 16 of Bobby Jr., see what he's made of, see what kind of line he's running, how is it different, why is he faster, how can I be better? Really, they're only about a half a tenth difference as far as fastest lap time. I know previous to the halfway break, I think Bobby's time was a 1972. He's bested that. It's now a 1969. Cody Harger still a 74. Napier, Justin, is a 72. Justin's up 4 positions from qualifying. 2 Hateful Chicken cars up in the top 3. Cody Harger in between. Kind of the meat in the sandwich between the 2 chickens. Say that lovingly. Cole Ansley still tail end of the lead lap. Lost the track position, but still on the lead lap. He's got opportunities here. If we get a yellow, we can get caught up and maybe give this another go. Tempers flaring there between the 86 and the 40 of Jeff Napier. Definitely not a surprise after that incident. Cole Ansley, though, about to go a lap down to leader Bobby Jr. Bobby, the 16 Hateful Chicken, goes down low. Clears the 86 off turn number 4. Cody Harger trying to do the same into 1. He does. Top three still Hamilton Jr., Harger, and Justin Napier. Fourth is Will Hewitt. Fifth, Neil Quick. Remember, Neil had to go to the tail end of the line after the restart, See if Neil can work his way back through. He's currently down 2 spots from where he started tonight's race. See, tonight it's this afternoon's race. We got a day race here finally. Beautiful afternoon here at Stafford Speedway. Cody Harger in the wall off turn number 4, rides it up in the straightaway just a bit, keeps his foot in it though. This is the rear bumper cam on the 16 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. looking back the rest of the field. Very different driving styles between these two. Bobby Jr. backing up corner entry, Cody Harger driving deep into corner entry. Also allows Bobby to pull the straightaway on the 66. Did some short checking in the stream chat. Missed you tonight, Vince. Could have used you, but understand work obligations override it all. 23 laps to go here from Stafford. Bobby Jr., Cody Harger, Justin Napier, Will Hewitt, Neil Quick, Thomas McMullen, your lead lap cars. Old Ansley 7th, Jeff Napier 8th, laps down. David Bradford saying hello as well. Good camera work, Steve. I'm trying, man. No custom cameras from Whiplash Media tonight. I didn't get to it. I just did a couple myself. Nothing fancy. Do what we got to do. We noted early on the brakes on the 66 machine not very hot on the right front. Let's take a look as he goes into turn number 3, right front brake assembly. A little hotter than it was earlier on. Definitely pushing the car harder than he was. I can only imagine the left rear just as hot. Let's take a look. Yeah, never really cooling down. Cherry red on entry. Using a lot of brake here at Stafford. Nineteen laps to go from Stafford. Bobby Jr., Cody Harger battling for the lead here. Cody Harger is right there on the back bumper of the 16 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. He worked down the straightaway into turn 3 in the middle of 4. Down low, the 66 with the nose just to the inside off exit. Taking a peek inside turn number 1, nothing doing there. Looks like Cody's found a rhythm. Maybe a little bit faster on older tires, maybe saved a little bit more than the 16. Hard to say, but either way, Bobby Hamilton Jr. with a mirror full of that Plasmine Technologies Toyota Camry. We come to 15 laps to go. Cody looking low again off turn number 2 at the door. This is off 4, my bad. Cody looking inside, 14 laps to go, side by side through 1 and 2. Both cars fighting for the top spot. Cody on the apron. Hamilton Jr. slides it up in the top lane. Back into turns 3 and 4. Once again, contact side by side through 3 and 4. Both cars continue on. No harm, no foul. We continue to race with 13 laps to go. Cody looking low once again. Nothing doing. Brake rotors, all 4 tires, all 4 wheels, cherry red. Another slip with the 16 off of turn number 2. down low. Looks like the 66 coming to 12 laps to go will take over the race lead. Can he hold off the 16 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. for 11 and a half more laps? Bobby looks still strong. He led almost the entire first half of the race. Really the bulk of the second half of the race up until just a lap ago when the 66 of Cody Harger was able to get by. Tenths of a second the advantage for the 66 machine. They look for 3 and 4 once again. Coming to 10 laps to go for the Plasmine Technologies machine. But surely the 66 putting more distance back to the 16 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Just over 4/10 of a second the advantage for Cody Harger. Translation 2 to 3 car lengths. 8 laps to go. Tell both drivers certainly ate up some tire during that battle. Here the engine's really low through the corners, really letting it roll through the center before they pick up the throttle on exit. Real gentle, don't want to spin the car. Cody has experience with that on lap 2. Got the car sideways, kept it off the wall, but put it into the grass and battle his way back through the field. Luckily the halfway caution helped him get caught up, but really had to earn the lead. Hit by the 16 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Off turn number 4 once again, coming to 6 laps to go. Cody Harger still your leader. We do have a battle here for the 3rd spot. This is Justin Napier, the 54, another Hateful Chicken entry. 2 of Neil Quick. Well, seems a little bit quicker. Justin slides up the racetrack. We do have a caution, though. Will Hewitt involved. 33 Fiverr machine involved in an incident here late in the going. This is going to send us to overtime, I believe. Let's see what happened with the 33 of Will Hewitt. Just hits the wall hard off turn number 4. Comes to a stop really right at the start finish line. Starter having no choice but to throw the yellow flag. So that was the question I was just going to ask. Who pits, who doesn't? Everybody behind the 66 of Cody Harger on pit lane. This spells disaster, I think, for Cody Harger. I know we saw Jeff Napier stay out at the halfway break. That last caution that we had at lap 50 was immediately devoured by the field. Almost the same number of laps on these tires as Jeff had on his at the time. Curious if Cody will make the turn onto pit lane at this point, give up all that track position, or is he just going to have to, he's going to sleep in the bed that he's made. Jeff Napier peeling off the track in a pit this time. Well, that certainly changes things immensely here at Stafford Speedway. Caution comes out late with 5 laps to go. It's going to put us in a green-white checker finish scenario. Cody Harger, Will Hewitt did not pit during this caution. Again, Will Hewitt involved. He was the reason for the caution. Spun kind of by himself, collected the outside wall off turn number 4, and got the machine crossed up right at start finish. Cody Harger chewing up tires, trying to get back to the lead tonight. Did a great job finally getting by the 16 of Bobby Jr., but unfortunately as the leader, kind of dead meat. You either pit and the rest of the field stays out, or you stay out and the rest of the field pits. Kind of Damned if you do, damned if you don't. We're going to have to see if Cody can hold off the rest of these guys. He does have the 33 of Will Hewitt on equal footing to his outside. Again, Will pit lap 53, Cody 52. So basically the same pit cycle, just depends on where they are on the pit lane. But kind of a rolling roadblock on the outside to kind of keep the faster guys from getting to the outside of the 66. We have to see how this plays out. It could get real exciting here with a green-white checkered finish. Lights are out atop the iRacing official pace car. Pace car is down. Cody in the throttle, green flag out, a little wiggle from the 16. Cody gets a great restart, 2 laps to go from Stafford. Can he hold off the 16? Little bump from Bobby Hamilton Jr. They work off turn number 2 down the back straightaway once again. We got a slider off turn 2. It's Jeff Napier. Keeps it off the track. I think we're going to stay green. Neil Quick is sideways. Keeps it straight. Meanwhile, up front, Bobby Jr. looking to the inside. Cody Harger defending. No, Bobby down low. Contact made once again. Maybe payback, maybe not. They get away clean, though, down the back stretch for the final time. Bobby Hamilton Jr. making the pass through turns 1 and 2. Snookered him on the pit stop. Bobby Hamilton Jr. off 4 will take the checkered flag in the Stafford Stampede. Bobby Hamilton Jr., your winner. Cody Harger loses the victory, but still finishes second on that old tire. Will Hewitt also manages to defend his way to a 3rd place finish. What a finish here from Stafford. Told you, 8 cars doesn't mean much. They're going to put on a show for you. Don't you worry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very short break and a word from the Hateful Chicken. We'll be back after this. Talk to our top 3 finishers. I got to say, it was an impressive battle between you and the 66 here at multiple angles. Caution comes out, and you kind of snooker them on the pit strategy there. Tell us about the closing laps there with a green-white checker.
Yeah, well, tires, everybody knows, is so big, and I want to apologize to Cody's friends and family that watches on this stuff. If you go back and look, I had my wheels cut. That ain't how I really wanted to win this thing, and when he moved up and gave me that bottom, I gassed it to get under him where I can at least get run off, and it got his left rear and it turned him and moved him, and that's I want to win, but that's not that way. But ain't much I can do to take it back. So just apologize to him, and later on, if I get that back, I completely understand. But tires were so fast, and he didn't get beat tonight. He just got out tired. He just got out. And let me tell you something. If he would have come down pit road, we all would have stayed out. So he was screwed either way, just from position of being the leader. But overall, at the end of the night, he had the best car at the end of that run, and he just got out tired. He didn't get beat. He just got out tired. We had tires. He didn't.
Well, I will say, Bobby, from our perspective up here in the booth, it looked like short track racing to me. There was a moment when Cody made the pass on you earlier on. It looked very, very similar. A little bit of door contact, and around he goes. But both of you keep the cars pointed, you keep it going, and you live to fight another day. It was kind of the same when you got around, granted, on much fresher tires. But it didn't look bad on my end. That's for sure.
Yeah, and and all of us guys are tight. We talk every day. We text each other. We're all in big chats and stuff. So, that's just something that you don't want to do, is take away a guy, especially Cody's. That guy's got so much bad luck. I mean, I don't know how many races he's been in contention to win, and something happened. Somebody take him out and leave it to me to do that tonight. But the car had so much grip compared to his, just where he killed his tires running me down in that long run. And yeah, we were beating and banging when he was passing me, but I kind of feel like I should have been able to turn under him cleaner. But like I said, apologize to his folks watching and all of his fans and stuff. I really didn't want to get him and do it that way, but we'll take it and move on, and and go to where we at, the fair super speedway tomorrow.
Well, Bobby, I got to say congratulations on the victory for sure. Sometimes they don't look pretty. I didn't think it looked too bad, but either way, it was impressive. You dominated the first half of the race, pretty much most of the second half until the 66 got by. I would say chalk it up as a win. I mean, it is. That's what you got. So before we let you go here, Bobby, anybody you need to thank?
Just everybody from the Hateful Chicken and everybody in this group. You guys, once again, y'all are second to none. Love having y'all being partners, and just everybody showed up tonight, and everybody had all the drivers here. The tracks we didn't need to be here with these cars. They're too fast, but they made it work and put on a good show, hopefully. And I said, just thank all those guys.
All right, Bobby. Well, again, congratulations. Good luck tomorrow at Nashville Super Speedway. Really looking forward to that, and everybody else tune in here tomorrow, 8:45.
Thank you, bud.
Very apologetic Bobby Hamilton Jr., our winner here tonight. We're going to go to Cody Harger, second place runner-up. Get him in the booth here. Cody Harger, it's Steve in the HBR booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Cody, you put it on pole with a real quick lap. Lap 2, threw it all away, kept the thing off the wall, a little off-road excursion through the grass. First off, tell us about that.
Here off of 2, you could really use that apron to help turn the car. But you really don't need to do it when you're on new tires. And I just grabbed too much of it, and when I was jumping on the throttle, and it just got away from me. Luckily, we kept it pointed in the right direction, albeit in the grass, but fell back to the back, and then just marched way back up there. Was up to 5th there by halfway, and restarted, I think 3rd or 4th, something like that, after pit stops. Might have been 5th, might have restarted 5th again. And then there was a little pile up there on that first restart after halfway, and then second place for a long time, following Bobby, and hell of good racing between us to get there to get back to the point, and thought I had it wrapped up, but apparently we had a caution there. A few laps to go, and it was, if I pitted, everybody would stay out, so I stay out, and of course everybody pitted, and that was the downfall. I was just so much slower getting into the corner than everyone else was, and it is what it is.
Well, it was certainly exciting to watch on both levels, really, whether you're a Bobby Hamilton Jr. fan or a Cody Harger fan. 12 laps to go. You take the lead over after an impressive battle with the 16. A little bit of contact, I think, through 3 and 4. I didn't see any real harm in it, but you guys continued on. And then, of course, like you said, the caution comes out late. We go to overtime, and you just get snookered. There's really nothing you could have done. The leader's in a worst possible scenario there in that situation. You stay out, they're pitting, they're staying out. There's really nothing you could have done. I will say I'm quite impressed with the second place finish, even considering that. New tires seem so much better than old. So congratulations holding off the rest of the field. You still brought it home second after some early race trouble. So nice work there, Cody.
I appreciate it.
Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, of course, let me shout out to Plasmine Technologies. Thank them for always being on the car. Thank everybody with SCAR runs this stuff. Little light car count tonight, but real good group of guys, good race in there. And of course, thank you to HBR TV for broadcasting it for us.
Well, Cody, we made note of it early. It says, yeah, only 8 cars in the field tonight, but don't worry, they're going to put on a show for you, and you guys certainly delivered here late in the race. So nice work on that. Doesn't matter how many you got, you still made it look good.
Thank you, sir.
It's Cody Harger, your runner-up here tonight at Stafford Speedway. Keep an eye out for him tomorrow evening at Nashville Super Speedway for the Superior Class Auto Racing Cup Series. Lastly, we're going to go to Mr. Will Hewitt. Will Hewitt, third place finish tonight. Are you with us? You got us in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Will Hewitt, you had some struggles here tonight. You brought out our last caution, which I think Cody Harger might be upset with you on that, but nothing you could have really done. You piled the wall in turn 4, spun the car out at start-finish line. Yellow comes out, but then you and Cody Harger make a decision to stay out on the racetrack, not take tires with the green-white checker. Tell us your thought process on making that call and how you held off everybody else to still bring home a top 3.
Well, I mean, there wasn't enough time to take any tires there into pit road, so I just had to stay out. I was just going to try to stay out of everyone's way, but then everyone started wrecking around me, and we just made up spots from that.
It was a very chaotic last couple of laps there. It certainly made things interesting on my end, certainly for the viewers at home. Did you expect to come out of here with the top 3, especially having an issue that late?
No, I was pounding that part of the wall the entire race. I didn't have the feel for this track. So, I mean, I feel bad for bringing out that last caution, but I mean, I just couldn't get the thing to turn.
Well, is what it is here at Stafford Speedway. Either way, it's still a top 3. Congratulations. You earned it one way or another. Will, before we let you go, is there anybody you need to thank?
Just want to thank Fiverr.
Fiverr, the sponsor on that number 33 machine. Will, appreciate it. Again, congratulations on 3rd spot. I hope to see you tomorrow in the Next Gen Cup Series race at Nashville Super Speedway.
Thanks, man.
It's Will Hewitt, your 3rd place finisher here tonight at Stafford Speedway. That's going to do it for us here at HBR. We're going to go through our finishing order here, albeit a short one. Again, Bobby Hamilton Jr., your winner. 16 Hateful Chicken Machine. Cody Harger, our pole sitter. Rough afternoon for the 66. It's hard to say when you finish in 2nd place, but really battled back through some serious adversity. Spun the car out, as we said, if you're just joining us very, very late, where have you been? But spun it out in lap 2. Did not make contact with anything but the infield grass. Gathered the car up. Put his nose back to the grindstone and started to work his way back to the field. Made some passes, got the car up to the 5th position. Caution came out. Pit service, got it back up to the 2nd spot, and then battled late with Bobby Hamilton Jr. taking over the lead with 12 laps to go. Ultimately, we talked to Will Hewitt. He mentioned after his 3rd place finish, contact with the outside wall off turn number 4, spins the car, stops dead right at the start-finish line, brings out our last caution of the afternoon. Puts us into a green-white checker overtime situation. Cody Harger gets snookered on the pit call. He stays out. The rest of the field takes tires. Still brings it home 2nd. So, crazy finish here at Stafford. 4th was Colt Ansley. Colt was running strong as well. At the halfway point, he had the lead. Had an issue trying to get, actually was 2nd, but had an issue trying to get around the 40 of Jeff Napier. Jeff had stayed out, did not take tires at all on that first restart. Post halfway, ended up sliding up the track into the 86, sends the 86 around. Just a tough afternoon after that for Colt Ansley. Justin Napier, the 54, looks strong as well. Ran top 3 for a little while. He finishes 5th. Neil Quick, again, newcomer here to the SCAR Series. Couple of wins between here and the Cup side. Finishes in the 6th spot. Thomas McBullen was 7th. And last but not least, 40 of Jeff Napier rounding out the field. So again, that is going to about do it for us here at HBR TV. Again, congratulations to our winner, Bobby Hamilton Jr. Thank you again to The Hateful Chicken for being a major partner in this, sponsor of the league in all 3 series, Super Late Model, ARCA, and Next Gen Cup Series. Appreciate them. Hang out or carry out The Hateful Chicken, 615-246-1563. Give them a call, call in your order. If you're going to carry it out, if you're going to hang out, we'll just show up to 164 South Main Street, Suite 300, Ashland City, Tennessee. I want to thank you all for tuning in. There wasn't a ton of you tonight, but I got a couple of hellos here in the stream chat. You know I'm always open to questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want to talk about, especially if it's under caution, real long green flag, and there's not a whole lot going on. Say hello, say hi. Tell me the sound isn't turned on. Tell me my mic is muted, whatever. Help me out here. It's just me, okay? Again, thank you very much for watching. Please like the platforms, like, share, subscribe, follow, all those fancy buzzwords. It's facebook.com/HollerBoysRacingTV. That's racing with no G, and it's boys with a Z, okay? Just don't forget that, because if you spell it like you went to school, you're never going to find it. And again, on YouTube, at Hollerboys Racing TV. Same spelling. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at Nashville. Have a good night.